this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually shows you full schemes, live games of all the tips and schemes he breaks down. I actually show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to go ahead and break down a formation that's out of the Titans, the Tennessee Titans playbook. This actually was a formation that was requested by a lot of my subscribers, so I'm going to be breaking down a few different formations in here, but I want to show you the first one, which is going to be the single ace wing. There's basically going to be about 5 plays I'm going to run out of this, 2 passing plays and 3 running plays. So let's go ahead and jump in the audibles so you can see that and some of the base plays we're going to call from there. Alright, so basically base audibles in this particular play are corner strike and the play action deep cross. These are great plays to utilize to attack your opponent at different levels, forcing them to defend the sidelines. Now, one of the plays I'm not going to jump into unless I find myself in a situation where it's beneficial is slants. I'm not going to break that down for you, but what's good about these particular plays is that it's got 2 motion routes right here, which basically the play action deep cross and the inside zone split half. Now, coincidentally, you don't really have a deep playbook. Matter of fact, there's really not a lot of great passing plays in it, but it does come with a halfback motion toss, and with that motion you got that outside toss, which is a good way to go ahead and attack your opponent. And then I'd actually go ahead and hit him with the zone weak is my other base play to go ahead and attack my opponent. So these are going to be the base plays we're going to use, which is going to be the halfback motion toss and the zone weak, and the rest of them are going to be audibles that I can switch into very quickly. Let's talk about the halfback motion toss and why this is a great play. So we're going to run against random 34 defenses, and basically it's a fairly simple read. You get the green light, you go ahead and just toss the ball out and just stretch the ball out as far as possible. You're going to have big offensive linemen blocking for you, so if you do get the seal block, it's definitely going to hit for you. What's great about this play too is you can flip it real quick if you got another defender on the other side, and you just take the ball to the outside and just watch your offensive lineman just pancake block for you and go ahead and hit the corner. So what's good about this play is that it's really going to force your opponent to defend the outside, and you'll be able to pick up some pretty good yards if you get the seal blocking from that. Now, one of the other base audibles is going to be the inside zone split, and one of the things you get to pay attention to is that wing tight end is actually going to be going off to the right hand side. You're just going to be running right behind that left guard, but you're still going to show the same look. So what your opponent is really going to start thinking is that he's going to be getting the pitch off to the right or off to the left side. So that's what's great about this particular play is you're essentially giving him the same look, but this time now you're actually running the ball on the inside. You're going to get really good seal blocking from the inside like that. So, you know, this is not right now I'm playing against probably one of the stout defenses in the game. And it's you know, I'm not going to basically get a lot of block sheds against this defense, but as you can see, I get holes that develop for me, so it's going to basically give me a nice running lanes to go ahead and break a nice run, or at least establish a run against my opponent. So he has to start bringing defenders down to go ahead and stop that. Now the other play that I'm actually going to run is going to use as a base call is going to be the zone weak. I still want to show motion. I don't want to use a trap, and I don't want to use a stretch play because pretty much with the toss I've got it outside. I want to use the zone weak because usually I have to do is look for the double team. So I want to give my opponent the same kind of a look, so I'm just going to go ahead and motion my guy over on the weak and just kind of look for the blocking right there. But you can see the blocking of the zone weak was actually probably a little bit better than the toss. That's what was really good about that. So, but we still want to give my opponent the same look because this is going to set up our passing game. As you can see right there, I got nice blocking to be able to pick up some pretty good yards. So that's what's good about this particular play is that I can flip it. I can pretty much show my opponent the same kind of a look. He's going to try to defend from the pitch off to the other side, and you're going to have a nice little run off to the left side. So this is going to be very difficult for your opponent to go and pick up on if you're actually going ahead and using the complement of all these different plays, because they're going to be seeing the motion, expecting to defend against the pitch, the inside zone, and then you actually have the zone weak running off to the opposite side. So what's great about it too is that if you keep motioning your guy, you're going to set that you're going to set up the big play with the pass play. So let's go ahead and jump into that right now. Alright, so one of the base audibles is going to be the play action deep cross, and this has got the auto motion. What's good about it is it's a play action play. It allows you to attack the seams and up the sideline, and you also have got a nice deep threat over the middle and underneath route that your opponent definitely has to defend against. So basically the play comes stock like this. Now you can play it stock, but what I like to do is I like to go ahead and streak up my tight end where the play action is going to go to. That way it just gives me another way to go ahead and pull a defender out of the area. Also what I like to do is I like to take my protection and slide to the left, which would be where the running back is going to go. So if you have this play flipped, you'd flip it to the right, conversely flip it to the left. And your first progression is going to be the read underneath. It's going to be the running back. If no one comes out to him, I'm going to go ahead and dump it down because we want to force our opponents to go ahead and defend that. All right, so once again, we're going to streak up our tight end right there. We're going to go ahead and take our protection or slide it off to the left just to give ourselves a little bit better time. And we're always going to look to the sidelines and go from there. Now, as you can see right there, there's actually a man blitz, and I went ahead and made a progression up to the next receiver. Now I go into instant replay just so you can see my progressions. My first progression is going to be this running back right here. But as you can see, I probably could have got rid of the ball back to the running back because this defender was out of position. But I'm showing a man read right now. This guy's getting followed by man. I've got another man over the top, and I've got heavy pressure coming after me. Now, because of this motion route, the way this motion route works, he's going to get inside position, and then he's going to get flat, which he'll definitely get a position. So I actually can throw that ball pretty confidently against man coverage because this play is going to be able to pick up a good 20 yards right there for me. Now, where things get a little bit tricky with this particular play is going to be when you run into cover 2, which is obviously becoming the most popular defense that you're going to play against online. All the top Madden players use it, and even the players that don't even understand cover 2 use it too. Really, you're still going to go with the same kind of progressions. You're going to go ahead and tack underneath, and if nobody comes into the flat and your opponent's going into cover 2 sink, you want to go ahead and try to go ahead and hit the underneath. So once again, same look. Got the motion, and right there, as you can see, this is going to be cover 2 because the seam is just wide open. Well, that's fine and dandy. The play action deep cross is going to essentially be good that you can attack, but it's going to be really giving a tell to your opponent that you're going to be constantly going to have, you're going to be throwing off where the motion, the opposite side of the motion is. The guy's going to try to, he'll probably do some kind of Mabel coverage to go ahead and stop that. So that's where you're going to jump into the other audible in this game, which is going to be corner strike. Alright, so and what I like to do with corner strike is the following adjustments. I want to go ahead and take my far side tight end and actually put him on a streak, and my backside tight end and put him on a flat route. And the reason why is I'm still going to give my opponent the same look that he's going to try to defend against. I'm going to take this wide receiver and actually motion him out and then make my progressions from there. Now, this tight end right here is butt slow. He's about 76 speed, but you can see against man coverage he's going to become wide open. In any kind of a single back set, tight ends in drag routes generally will always get a huge release, easy yardage against any kind of man coverage. So that's going to be my first progression. I'm going to be watching this guy right here to see what happens. Now I could wait conceivably for the C route to get open up on the back side of it, but what I decided to do is go ahead and take the easy check down, and that's what you want to do. You want to try to establish the flats on the backside against your opponent so he has to defend against it. So I'm going to do the motion again. Now you have the C route, and if you got a good wide receiver, he's going to get huge plays for you too with that. I'm going to go ahead and take my tight end and actually put him on a streak and the other one on a drag. And then I'm going to go ahead and motion over my wide receiver. And you've got the C route that actually is very deadly against any kind of man coverage. Now, once again, you're going to have to go ahead and make the same kind of progressions against a cover 2 defense. This is random cover 2 zones, which are very popular online. And we're going to still go ahead and show our opponent the same kind of look and make our progressions from there. But if he goes in cover 2 sink, your flat should be wide open once again for the first progression. Motion the guy over. And if the flat isn't open, you've got basically the C route that should be wide open if he does a hard flat. So that's what's great about it, is you're attacking the sidelines on the right-hand side. And worst case scenario too, if he really goes ahead and fags everybody up, you've also got the check down with the running back. is another quick release to go ahead and just force your opponent to go and stop it. So you're going to be attacking the sidelines on the left and the right hand side, and of course you can always go ahead and flip these plays just to go ahead and keep your opponent honest. Just basically showing the same type of look that he's been seeing the entire time. If you want to go ahead and just play mind games with them right there. But you know, if no one falls into the flat, you can go ahead and take the shot of the flat, but you can see Mariota actually flies it. So this is going to be one of the playbooks, or one of the formations I'm going to use out of this Titans. I'm going to use this in first down situations, maybe first and second downs, try to establish a run, force my opponent to stop the sweep, the inside runs, and also I've got some good ways I can attack my opponent if he goes into a lot of gap fits with cover 2. I can attack him down the sidelines or with the C routes. So guys, I hope you like this stuff. If you do like this stuff, hit the like button. If you utilize this scheme and you break down use these plays in just a little bit different ways, just let us know. Put some notes in the comments, and I'll be rolling out full games with this scheme so you can see how they work online, how opponents adjust to them, and whatnot. So once again, to my subscribers, I appreciate support. Guys, I hope you pick up some fairly good tips from my gameplay and from the schemes that I build out for you. I want to thanks once again for watching my channel, and until next time.